Well, most of us will serve on a jury at some point in our lives, but what if the verdict you decide on isn't what ends up sticking in court? Only on ABC 15, Jennifer Parks shows us the mistake costing a Valley woman thousands of dollars.
This needs to get fixed. It's an obvious mistake. Justice was not served here today.
A simple mathematical mistake. That's what attorney John Alston says cost this Valley mom more than $100,000.
It's not fair.
Alston says a Maricopa County jury wanted to award Maria Vasquez $150,000 after her right knee was crushed in a cleaning accident. Vasquez, a cleaning supervisor at the time, was trying to clean a window above several 100-pound partitions when they came crashing down on top of her.
Tried to live with the pain, but sometimes so hard.
After several surgeries, Vasquez still requires a brace to walk. Her attorneys wanted to recoup at least enough money for her medical bills.
Even if she did bump them, it wasn't necessarily her fault. She had no idea that they were going to come toppling down on top of her.
Foreman John Jones says the jury was divided at first.
Some of us wanted her to get zero, some of us wanted her to get $1 million.
Finally, Jones says the jury agreed Maria was 90% at fault for the accident, but should get $150,000. But he says there was confusion over how to fill out the jury form.
Sent a note to the judge, had the bailiff pick it up. And the judge's instructions back to us were read the instructions.
With no clarification and still confused about the jury form, Jones says the jury wrote down $150,000, not realizing Vasquez would only get a fraction of that.
They meant to give her 10% of $1.5 million or $150,000, but in their confusion, they gave her 10% of 10%.
Instead of awarding Vasquez $150,000, Jones says they made a mistake and only awarded her $15,000.
Everyone was pretty much, wow, no, that's not what we wanted. We, as a group, we did want her to get more than just $15,000.
Jones says some of the jury members didn't realize the mistake until after the decision was rendered. He says they tried to tell Judge Karen Potts, who was presiding, but it was too late.
And we all pretty much thought it was unfair.
Jones says one of the jurors even wrote Judge Potts a letter, and several signed their names, but Vasquez's lawyer said it was sealed.
They make a mistake, try to fix it.
She won't see any of the $15,000. In a nutshell, she owes them money. That's justice for you.
Former U.S. Attorney Paul Charlton says it's common for a judge to tell the jurors to go back and read the instructions, but it's not common for jurors to say afterwards they made a mistake.
There is something to take away from this. Perhaps it's that as jurors we need to make sure that we are truly understanding the decision that we're about to render.
And so far tonight, no comment from Judge Karen Potts. As for Vasquez's lawyer, he says he plans to appeal to get a new trial. The next time, he says he'll do everything in his power to make sure the jurors understand what their choices are when they go to deliberate. Jennifer Parks, ABC 15 News.